All right, keeping going now with the Christmas themed videos we've been making. I actually even threw on my Halloween Christmas sweater. Little oxymoron there.
Yeah.
We are doing Silent Night, Deadly Night spoiler discussion. So, Kaylee.
Yes.
I'm going to get your take on this. So last night I was thinking about this.
Okay.
And I feel like I came up with a pretty good comparison.
Okay.
For what this movie basically is. I mean, for all intents and purposes, this is a superhero movie. I mean, basically, the structure of it, everything. So I was thinking about it last night, and I was like, yeah, no, this is a superhero movie. I mean, that's how he wrote this. He basically took the original script, the original idea, and he turned it into a superhero story. So, as with any superhero, for the most part, their parents have a tragedy, and with either in that moment or somewhat soon after, they are struck with powers of some sort, and that compels them to fight evil and wear a costume to do it.
Yeah.
Right? To hide their identity, to go out and vanquish evil using their superpowers they adopted after the tragedy and tragic death of their parents. I mean, this is literally the superhero origin story, whether it's Batman or, Daredevil or whoever, Spider-Man, right? They all have tragic deaths of their parents that then has something happen to them where they gain superpowers, which is basically this voice in his head that tells him who to hunt.
Yeah.
And he goes out to fight crime while dressed in a costume to hide his identity. It's literally a superhero film.
Yeah, I think that's probably a pretty good comparison of what it is. I mean, I was going to just call him kind of an anti-hero. He's almost like Dexter.
That's the other obvious comparison that I didn't want to put in our review because that would have given it away.
Yeah, but because there is the supernatural element where he literally is able to have a honing beacon to find bad people to kill.
Yeah.
And can see what they've done. It's much more superhero-y. The only thing that's not superhero-y, I suppose, is that he doesn't have super strength or anything like that. He just has this foreknowledge.
He doesn't have to have super strength to be a superhero.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I was just being a little bit more
Batman doesn't
critical,
have super strength.
I guess. Yeah, but Batman's rich.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally the joke in Justice League is, what's your superpower? I'm rich.
Yeah.
Right?
But yeah, I like that this take is that he literally kills naughty people.
Yeah.
Because, it's a really good way to, I think, get audiences on board with him. And obviously there's a huge success with something like Dexter, which is the, likable serial killer. So having someone in a similar role where they're only hurting rapists and murderers and stuff makes it easy for the audience to really root for them.
Yeah, okay, so question. For me, it was at a certain point deeper into the film, but at what point did you believe or understand that it was probably supernatural? Because I feel like for the first 45 minutes or so, you just kind of think he's nuts, right? And that he thinks he's hearing a voice and that there's not anything. And I was like, there was a certain, I can't remember what point it got to, but I think it was when the ex-boyfriend cop was in the store and he was like, look now. And he looked over and he was just gone. I was like, are they going supernatural? Are we going supernatural with this film? I thought for sure there was just voices in his head.
No, I don't know I thought that what you're describing happens later. I want to say the first time was when he's driving to go kill.
Oh, and he tells him how to get there.
Whatever her name is, when she goes to the party because he's just
party.
Keep driving.
Yeah.
So I think that was when I was like, oh.
Oh, you're right. That is before. So you're right. Yeah. That is, okay, that's you're 100% right. That is where I started thinking, yeah.
Because he
was like, keep driving. I was like, how the fuck would he know where that is? And then I'm like, is this supposed to be supernatural? Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
That is the first time I thought about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, which is great. I mean, that's such
But you didn't think it was supernatural until that point either.
Not really. I
Yeah,
mean,
me
yeah,
neither.
up until then I was kind of just like, yeah, he's
just nuts.
kind of crazy. Like, he.
Did you... I didn't think he was killing bad people until much later on as well.
Until I guess I really didn't think about that until he kills a bunch of Nazis. Because the first person that he kills in that town is the old man.
Yeah.
That's like touching her and is
and
like,
you think
and
he's
she's
just
like,
jealous.
he's so sweet
Yeah.
and all this stuff, and he's like, kill him. So yeah, we don't really. I mean, we get some flashes like when it goes like red, but it's so fast that I don't think we can see anything. But those flashes are supposed to be him seeing what that person did.
Right, but we think it's his vision of what he wants to do to them.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
which is really clever.
Is very clever. So yeah, because and then obviously in the opening when he wakes up and there's a guy dead in the bathtub or whatever at the
you just think he's
hotel,
some random
you don't
guy.
know anything. Yeah, and
But he works for the fucking company.
Right. So it's not
yeah.
until I think everything kind of starts to really like click and make sense is when he gets to that party with all the Nazis and obviously starts killing them, and then you're like, okay, well, if he's killing Nazis, like there's probably like if he's killing these people because they're bad, then I think that's when you can start to imagine like, well, of course he killed other people because they're bad too then.
I mean, I didn't know if he was doing it because they were bad exactly.
Or naughty.
Or that he was just a crazy person who was like, even I have my limits, right?
Yeah.
I would hope, I mean, most of us, anybody sane, it's low-hanging fruit because it's like so obvious that no one should be rooting for Nazis or like offended by someone killing Nazis. It's the most like easily acceptable thing for all of us to be like, yeah, okay, Nazis are bad, right? There of course there's people out there that might be like upset with this or something. They're idiots. I mean, these are literal fucking Nazi worshippers. We're not talking about some nuanced perspective where it's like, oh, well, actually, it's about white. No. These are fucking Nazis.
Yeah, in this film, like, they're specifically just,
swastikas,
yeah,
full-on fucking Hitler-worshipping Nazis. People who murdered millions and millions of people. Like, no, there was no fucking conversation to be had.
For me, I think it's a pretty big fist bump moment in the film, for sure.
Yes.
It's a great scene. This is what, if you watched our spoiler-free review, I think this is the scene that they could have really leaned into more gore. I think this would have been the place to do it, because
100%
even though everybody else ends up also being, bad people in some way, I think having kind of like a gore fest at this scene with all the, everybody running around and everything would have been very fun to do. But I still really liked it, and we do get the memorable kill with this leader where she gets her head sliced in half on her little like
snowmobile.
And so that's all really great. But I also love
it's an homage kill from the first film.
Yeah, I really like that Gary, I think, right, is the Santa in him, is like, at least get a gun, and he's like, guns are for pussies. I was like, hell yeah. Even though,
and I love that
realistically, like, he probably should have gotten a gun, but she ends up doing it for him by like mowing down basically everybody, which was insane.
Yeah, and I mean, also, cool that he also like gets really fucked up in that fight.
Yes,
right?
he doesn't walk away unscathed, which is kind of also what I was meaning to with the like, he's a superhero, but he's not really a superhero because he doesn't have like, he's just a man, and he ends up dying obviously at the end of this film.
Like Batman,
but he doesn't have all the money and gadgets. Batman's different, right? Batman has
he's poor Batman.
He's poor Batman in a Santa suit. But yeah, I think, like, everything with this, I really like the setup of him coming to a town called Hackett, and, which I don't know if that's the town in the original or whatever, but,
I don't remember.
The shop, the Christmas ornament shop, obviously, being somewhere that he takes a part-time job in, a seasonal job, is very fun because he's, like, surrounding himself by something that is clearly very triggering for him, but it's also interesting because, for him, he's like, I'm not killing... Like, even though he's compelled to kill people, it's kind of like a chore more than anything because he's killing bad like evil people. He's not like being triggered to kill good people. Although
Yeah,
we
I was
do
gonna
get a
say.
scene when he actually has to pretend to be Santa with all those kids, and it does flip a switch in him where he kind of does start like getting this murderous, side to come out
Because he puts on the Santa
because
costume.
he puts on the Santa costume. So
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Something about the Santa costume, uh, you know, creates murderous rage and intent inside of him, but because of like his good nature and his love for his girlfriend, he doesn't want to hurt a kid.
No,
and he's
and
like, no,
also
I'm fine.
Gary, the guy that's inside of him, is literally like talking him through it and is like, you don't want to do this. Like, you're a good person. Like, you're not trying to kill a kid. Like, this isn't gonna happen.
Yeah.
And he warns him against it, and it's nice because he is sort of like kind of like a guardian angel in a way, right? Like, he's looking out for him.
Yeah.
And obviously later in the film, when he's given the whole backstory, he explains about how he was almost like a father to him. Like, he's like teaching him how to shave and like, what to say when you're being interviewed at a job and whatever, and all these like tips and tricks for just life, which is kind of sweet.
So I know that you haven't seen the first one in a while, but I mean, in the first film, Billy takes a job at a toy store
Right.
during the holidays, and then is forced to be Santa, which is kind of what sets him off.
Yeah.
So this is all pretty similar. I mean, a lot of the story is pretty similar.
This is a great example.
A lot of homage kills, right? You have the antler kill, which is better in the original, unfortunately. I thought for sure they were going to be more graphic with it. One thing I did like about the antler kill in this, though, is that he injures himself. Because he's kind of like, I was inexperienced.
Himself, right.
Right? And he shoves the freaking antler through his hand and has to rip it out. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
As I already said, the snowmobile kill is almost identical to the sled kill in the first film. And then, obviously, the big homage that our whole theater laughed over, which made me happy because it was like, we have a bunch of Silent Night, Deadly Night fans in here. Which was... It's garbage day.
Yeah, that was great.
Everyone in the theater laughed. So even if you haven't seen that movie, I feel like it's become infamous.
I agree. I think that scene is almost a scene that people have seen.
Even if they've never
seen the film. It's like a meme is what I mean.
But that's obviously from part 2. So
right, but it's like it's so ridiculous and like hammy and just weird. But I think that this is a perfect example of how you make a remake film and you make it similar in some ways, but also like a new spin on the story, and also have some great homages to the original for the fan service, for the people that are like obviously love the first one or whatever. So I think this is a really great example of that, because we get a very new story with a lot of the same elements.
Yeah, it's the same framework.
Yeah.
For the most part, I mean, we have Billy. He does not have Ricky as a brother, so they omitted the brother, which he technically passes it on to in the second film. And then, unfortunately, we get the third film where Ricky's back with a brain injury. The stupidest fucking movie. Please don't ever watch Silent Night, Deadly Night 3. It is one of the most boring films, but it's also somewhat memorable because the main character girl is blind and he walks around with like basically like a fishbowl on his head protecting his brain. It's so fucking weird. What a bizarre movie. I just wish it wasn't so boring. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, it is like the same framework, right? Like he goes to the grandpa's, and I love this too. There's another thing there that we didn't even mention this when it comes to the thing that is in the reveal, right, of the twist, which I consider to be a twist because it is so new on the story that the reason his parents were killed is because they poisoned his grandfather.
Did you not think that in the beginning? Because I thought that immediately.
No.
Oh, I immediately knew that they...
No, I've seen the original so many times, I just never thought that they would take it that way.
That's funny. I literally immediately was like, they poisoned the grandpa because... She asks him like if it's done when the dad comes out, and he's like, yeah, like whatever, and she's like, it'll be okay.
Oh, I just thought he meant the paperwork they were signing, Because they said, you're signing paperwork?
Yeah,
and
but
she's like, is it done?
The way they talked about it in the car afterwards too, and how they're like, he's dead and everything. I was like, they killed him. They like 100% killed him.
I just thought they were kind of heartless. I didn't think they killed him.
Oh yeah, no, I immediately thought that, but I didn't think that was why.
This didn't cross my mind.
The Santa was killing them, I guess.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So that was still kind of a reveal, but I was like, oh yeah, I think they killed him.
Yeah, to find out that all these people, because as we said like earlier, when the guy's touching her and he's getting like jealous, and we're seeing those flashes, because we do these like little cuts where it's like kill whoever across the screen, all in red, and he sees like, he sees red. I mean, it makes it look like he's just fantasizing about killing, but it's like, no, those are visions of the shit these people did, which would make them very easy to kill. And I also thought, of course, he might just be nuts. But no, he 100% can see, he has... people's crimes. Yeah. And then also, I'm sure you probably had the same thing, too. But when he went to touch the Santa, and we saw the light, I thought it was a car hitting him. Like hitting the Santa. Like, I thought that the guy was going to reach out and try to kill him.
No, I think
but because the car came and killed the guy, the car saved Billy from being attacked. That's how it looked to me.
I think for me,
I didn't think it was going to be like lightning and passing on.
No, yeah, because I think when we get the first shot of him touching it and it's like kind of like light and he's like acting weird, I think I just thought he was, because as far as I remember, that happens before I started thinking it was supernatural, and I think I just thought like this is like his trauma, like this is just him like having, I don't know, like just a stylized version.
Well, you wouldn't think headlights from a car since they're in the road?
No, I didn't think funny. Headlights. Yeah,
I thought for sure like the guy was jumping up.
No,
to, like,
I mean,
kill
like
him
I just thought that was his
memory
of it happening, and like the light kind of was symbolic of I don't know, just
anybody
a very
else with me on
moment.
This? Anybody else think a car was about to hit him?
Yeah, not me.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, it's good to see different interpretations, but yeah, I just. In the moment, I was like, oh, like a car saved him. We're going to see that in the next shot. Because, like, we were only seeing it like a little clip at a time. And then we get a little more and a little more. And I thought, like, a car saved him. And then those people, like, took him. But, yeah, I mean, we see all of his visions and his flashbacks and his foster mom fucking poisoning them all.
Oh, my gosh. So she can go out?
She hit one of them, and I think it was him, maybe, or one of them in the head with, like, a baseball bat. And she's there, like, 3 died under her watch. Like, whoa, holy shit, man.
I mean, there has to be a point where it's like if you have a foster parent and like 3 of the kids that are with them that aren't like sick are just dying from accidents. I mean, come on.
Yeah, no, yeah, I feel like if one kid died from an accident in a foster parent's house, I just don't think they would roll the dice again. They'd be like, I'm sorry, like, I know this sucks, but we just can't risk it. Yeah. But who knows? I mean, fostering, like, they probably just don't have enough parents who foster.
I don't know.
And so they're just like, it looks like an accident. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. But 3? And they're still giving them kids? 3? You know how many kids have died in my care? 0. Okay? I'm not saying anybody who's lost a kid, but losing 3 different kids young from accidents, you've got to at that point be like, okay, at bare minimum, you just for safety's sake. I'm not saying you did it, but 3
is a bit absurd.
3's insanity.
Yeah.
I also, I mean, like you, I love our Peg.
Pammy.
Pamela. Yeah, Pamela Voorhees.
Right.
Pammy. Yeah, loved her. Ruby Modine, Matthew Modine's daughter, who reminds me a bit of Maya Rudolph. She was wonderful in this. Already having kind of like, these inherent like the rage and desire. Like you talked about this earlier.
Oh yeah. I think like the setup of her character with having like a extreme sense of justice, obviously, and then also the rage inside of her is a perfect setup for how the film ends and her becoming the new like Santa. And would absolutely love to watch a sequel with her. Like totally. I think that would be super fun.
Get to
and they get to stay together forever, which is great. He gets to be with her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, she could. I don't know, because the first guy, Gary. I mean, who knows when he got that power? But he was older when he died. So I don't know if this is something where like they're kind of doomed to die younger or like quickly after they get the power or what, or if they can be smart about it and she can live longer.
I mean, Billy had it for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
but he's still young though, is what I mean. Like,
if you have to go out and try to murder murderers,
I guess that's
24 true. Days
Maybe
a
he
year.
lived pretty long considering his line of work.
Yeah, he started at 17. He's probably in his late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah.
So he's been at this for, I think he says 10 years.
It's like 10 years.
I think he says he's been doing this for 10 years.
Yeah.
If you were to go out and try to kill murderers 24 days of the year for 10 straight years, that's 240 people at least. And each one of them is a bad person, most of which are committing murders.
Right.
Your chances of surviving long, he made it a long
I know, well,
time.
that's kind of what I'm saying, is like, I don't know, we'll see, right, like, how long. But I think that, you know, like, also the fact that she's into true crime and stuff, too, so she has that under her belt, and, yeah, I think it's going to be perfect. I mean, the only problem is just that she won't really be able to stay in Hackett that long, because there's going to be a point. I mean,
well, you're going to run out.
You're going to run out of really bad people.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's why he's always on the move.
Yeah, and so that's kind of a bummer but her dad's dead now, so it's like
you just moved to like New York. Yeah. You'll never run out.
Or like LA or something.
You never run out.
Yeah, totally.
There are 20 million people there, dude. Trust me. At least 10,000 of them deserve the death penalty.
I don't like that, but. Yeah. It was great though. It's very bitter. It's like a bittersweet ending, obviously, because they're not like physically together, but they're also just, they are together in a totally different way, which is very nice.
Yeah, but is she going to be able to have like a sex life now?
Right. I mean, that's definitely the question.
With him being like in her head, like, I mean, better not fucking.
Realistically,
because he can hear her thoughts.
He should understand. I don't know if he can hear her thoughts, because like every time. He always talks out loud to him, which is what gives him all these like looks.
Weird.
Like people are always like,
"Can he not hear his thoughts?"
But he's always he has to like speak out loud. He's like, "Shut up," and then like people are like, "What's happening?"
He's like, "Oh, not you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally seems like a crazy person. Yeah. Yeah, I would love a sequel. I think a sequel could be really fun, honestly.
I just don't know where you go from here, but
I'll
watch it.
I would watch it. I would just watch a movie of her just going around killing bad people.
Fuck yeah.
Dressed as Mrs. Claus.
Hell yeah.
Right?
Oh, that'd be funny.
So
Mrs. Claus.
I mean, she wouldn't. I would assume she wouldn't dress as Santa with the beard, but maybe she would.
Yeah, Mrs. Claus. Yeah, I didn't even think of that for some reason, but yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I could be down for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I just like this was a very satisfying, super
like a sexy
film.
Mrs. Claus, though.
Yeah.
Even though Billy dresses as like old Santa.
Yeah.
With a big old white beard.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess she would maybe.
That's the only kind of
like
Santa there is, really.
Old Mrs. Claus.
I mean, when you say Mrs. Claus, like, I mean, you pretty much, it's just like her in like a dress with like it's like the Santa colors. But she could put the glasses on, and she could put a bonnet or whatever.
I'm gonna prefer just. Or she could just wear the red dress thing. Is gonna be like a sexier Santa, but you don't have to at all. She could definitely.
Well, she's. I'm assuming she will also have to put on some kind of costume.
It would be
100%. Again, it's the
100%. I mean, it would be kind of funny to me if she just wore a straight up man Santa beard and everything. It would be
really funny, actually.
I'm totally fine with that.
I think that'd be fun. And she's like, "Why do I have to wear this?"
Yeah, a sequel would be great.
I think
and
it'd
just
be really
having
fun.
them in each, in the head, and just being like, him trying to talk her through her first Christmas. Right. Yeah. Because this one, she got to.
She got at the very end, so everything's kind of over. She killed her ex-boyfriend, who was part of the trafficking, which is so messed up. Yeah, it's scary whenever they find the ball pit.
That was scary.
That was scary. I was actually really freaked out by that, and all the kids are tied up and drugged and asleep and
super weird.
Oh, I was like, oh, I don't like that.
Throwing them down in the ball pit.
I don't like that at all.
Is that so they can just have them drugged and throw them down there without getting hurt?
No, I think that's fucked up. I think it's supposed to be because like ball pits are like where kids go to have fun, and they're like, we're gonna have fun with you. I don't know. I didn't like it though. It scared me actually a good amount. Yeah.
Yeah, and then when the guy like comes out of the ball pit, I was like, yeah, that was wild.
It was freaky.
And yeah, he was the real killer Santa.
Right.
Right, the mean-spirited,
the bad
evil
Santa, the naughty Santa.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Billy's the nice Santa, technically.
Yeah.
So.
And we don't. Am I completely misremembering? We don't even see who it was.
I don't think we do.
It's just some random killer.
Yeah.
And then he's working in cahoots with her ex.
I know it's the guy, it's whoever the owner of like that tree farm is, but I don't remember us seeing him.
I don't even think we see his face.
No, I don't think so either.
He just kills them and they stab each other and then we just walk away, right?
I think so.
So it's
the bigger reveal is just that.
I was hoping it wasn't her dad. I was really.
I know. I was nervous too. It wouldn't make sense at all. Obviously, he would
all.
have to immediately know, but
Agreed.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, don't make it her dad.
Yeah, there would be like that. That would definitely actually make it.
Dude, when she goes out on the ice and beats those kids up, yes.
That's so funny that she runs out there.
Amazing.
And
I would do the same.
Then the coach is like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "They were calling him this and that." And
he's like, "They're just kids.
They're boys. They're just being boys." Fuck that. Yeah.
Fuck that.
That was all good. But yeah, he throughout the film, he constantly, anytime the boyfriend is near, Gary or whoever is always like, look up, like look around, and he always just misses him.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because if he had killed him earlier, he would still be alive.
Well, that's what he says, right?
I didn't see this one coming.
No, so maybe you went to the bathroom during this, maybe, but I don't remember. Anyway, so it's if he doesn't kill every night.
Oh no, I knew that.
Put blood into the advent calendar.
Yeah.
Someone dies because he doesn't act.
Yes. Yeah.
And because he doesn't kill anyone on the 24th, the dad dies.
Right.
So if he would have followed what he said and not just went to bed with his girlfriend.
Right. That, but I was meaning
that cost her dad.
Billy had seen the boyfriend, because every time he looks around, he's gone. But if he had seen him and been able to go kill him, then Billy still would be alive at the end, because he's the one that shoots him. Yeah. Ultimately.
True.
So that's a sad part. Tragic.
I feel like the dad would have still died, though, because he wouldn't have prevented the other guy from killing him, because he would have just killed the boyfriend and then that would have been it. Yeah. The ex-boyfriend. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, okay, as far as the kills go, I mean, the only memorable kills for me in the entire film, and correct me if I'm wrong, because everyone, like, I've heard, we saw in the comments, people are like, dude, you're the only review online currently that I've seen that says the gore isn't insane and over the top and crazy. And I'm just like, completely refuting that claim. That's fucking crazy to me. This is like a pretty, like, standard slasher when it comes to, like, graphic on-screen kills that we see happen. Right, there's a lot of death. There's more killing in this than in a typical slasher, because he kills like 20 people in the Nazi place and he kills maybe 7, 8 more people otherwise. So there's a lot. Like there's maybe 30 deaths in this at least, because that chick also shoots a ton of people. But there's no graphic violence there. So like the only ones I even remember is we get the girl getting her head cut off on the snowmobile, which is, it's good. It's good. It's probably the most memorable kill. Then we get the axe that's buried in the guy's face that's on the ground, and he's like kind of pulling it out and hitting it back in, and his face is like mashed and mushed. That was good. And then the only other one that kinda is memorable, but I couldn't really see it very well, so maybe I could watch it again and see a better. I don't know, see it better and be like, oh, maybe that is more graphic than I thought it was. Is the first guy he kills that touches his girlfriend, and he puts the axe above his head and he's like naughty and he hits him, and then we see him pull it out and it's the pull out and hit that looks, but it was like, it was kind of hard to see, so I was like, that doesn't really count for me, but maybe, but 3 kills.
And there's
and they're
also
not even that insane.
The ex-boyfriend at the end, I would say, is fairly graphic. The way that she's killing him, and she's like in his back a bunch.
No,
I thought so.
Backstabbing?
No, she like splits him open.
Kind of.
But I think
I guess.
I don't know
really,
if you said this in our spoiler-free discussion, but I think this is part of it where it's like when you have a production company, right, like that does Terrifier 3, it is a bit like you're sort of expecting that level of gore.
Yes.
And we talked about this morning too, because like for me, I'm perfectly happy with what we got.
Yeah.
And I am not a huge fan of the Terrifier gore because I think that I just don't like I want Gore to be involved in the story and I like it to be there, but I don't want to be grossed out by it, and I find a lot of Terrifier gore to be like gross out gore, personally, and so like I'm not into that. Like I don't want to feel like nauseous and like sick to my stomach because it's like gross.
How do you feel about Saw gore?
Not, except for there's like maybe like the pig thing, that is very gross, and I don't like that.
And that's just specifically disgusting.
But that's supposed to be like gross. But
that's not even gore.
The Saw gore, for me, isn't like gross out like it. I just think that like with the Terrifier stuff,
insane.
It's like I don't know. It just feels like it just feels intentionally gross. I don't know, and I'm just not. That's not the kind of gore that I want to see.
It's sadistic.
For some people,
yeah,
like, and I don't know. For some people, that's what they want.
I don't think you're into sadistic gore.
No, and that's fine. I think some people want it. For me, in a slasher, I don't want sadistic gore. I want like the kills to be
like in a violent nature with the yoga kill.
Yes,
that's what I want as well. I want them to be
fun and like insane.
Yep.
And just like, oh my god, but I don't want to necessarily sit there and watch somebody getting like just mutilated horribly.
No, I agree, and
like,
I don't think
having their salt thrown on their wounds.
Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense for a film like this.
Yeah.
Billy wouldn't do that to these people.
No.
That's not what he's there for. He's there to snuff out the bad seeds, and it's as fast as he can do it. He doesn't really care. He's not trying to be make them be in pain and torture them or anything. He's just trying to get them off the planet. So I'm fine with that. I just want quick like shots of him knocking someone's jaw off with an axe, right? Or like whatever. There's plenty of ways you can do insane kills in this without making it a 5-minute long alley bedroom scene.
Exactly.
Where he's cutting up her back and he's putting salt and he's all that. Like that. Billy wouldn't do that from this character that we have here. No. That's not the kind of killer that he is. But you can do tons of absolutely insane kills in this movie and it still fit the tone that it's in.
Yeah, I agree.
Like if a guy's running, like the kill in Thanksgiving, when he kills the girl in the trash can and cuts her in half.
Sure.
And hangs her body up on the sign and all that shit. Like
stuff.
that's the kind of gore, right, that I'm looking for.
Right.
And we get some of it. I'm not saying there's none in here. Of course there is. And a lot of people see blood and violence as gore, and it just isn't for me, so it might be semantics.
I think also, like, with horror movies, basically every aspect of horror, especially, like, gore and stuff, too, like, that's all subjective. Like, some people really, like you said, like, sometimes just having blood on screen is very visceral for people, and that's fine, because some people get, like, queasy at the sight of blood. Yeah. So I think everyone has different limits for, like, what they are able to handle as far as, like, on-screen violence goes, and, like, what they like, especially. Like, it's all very subjective.
Yeah.
So to some people, this is definitely it is a violent film. It's not, we're not saying that it's not violent.
It is a very violent
when we
film,
talk about it, I guess it's just that we watch a lot of movies, and we see a lot of gore in films, and so we just kind of, I don't know, it's just our impression of it, like, coming out of it. But
like the Saw films, like the later Saw films, like Saw 6 and 7 are way more graphic than this.
Is like the Saw films, like, Jigsaw and like the traps and stuff, they are meant to specifically torture people. Yeah. So it is funny that I like those more than the Terrifier ones, but I think it's because the story, it also plays into it, where it's like they're being punished for crimes or perceived crimes or whatever. Yeah. Versus like with Art the Clown, like he's just kind of, I don't know. He just wants to fuck around and like hurt people, and
he's a sadist.
it's fine.
Yeah.
But
way too
I
hot.
am definitely very happy with this film.
Yeah,
I personally,
thought it was great.
Yeah, I think everything is great. I think it's a new classic like Christmas slasher.
Movie. Yeah. I'm with you.
So I would love to get this on Blu-ray to have in our collection.
Just give me like 3 super memorable kills in this.
And maybe there is an unrated cut.
This is it.
Right?
According to AMC, this is it said NR, not rated.
Okay, well then there you go.
This is supposedly an unrated cut.
Yeah.
Crazy. Because, watch the Hatchet movies, right? Watch, when Victor Crowley grabs that guy's head and pulls his whole fucking head apart. That's gore. That's fucking awesome. That's the shit I want, right? So when people say that movies like this are, insane, I'm hearing that people are telling me that, Spooky Astronauts is, really going hard. I'm like, guys, this is fucking crazy. That's what I heard. I didn't watch the review, so I'm not trying to quote Emma here. But when someone told me that, I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. Especially coming from Emma, because Emma has kind of she became popular from doing all of the, extreme films. That's, her niche. Is she does, the iceberg thing.
Oh, sure.
Where she watches the fucking crazy guinea pig Serbian film, August Underground. The shit I watched when I was in my 20s, just because I was trying to push the limits of how hardcore I could possibly go.
Like I said, though,
and it's this film is nothing compared.
Yeah, sure.
Even Final Destination is way more graphic than this film.
Yeah, but like I said, I think it's subjective. So I think that people have different interpretations
of how
graphic something is.
If you watched
But
if
I
you
agree.
watch the new,
I think the Final
Destination movies are fucking insane.
Yeah.
The gymnast death
Yeah.
in Final Destination, the Final Destination 5, I think that's in 5.
Even
right?
in Bloodlines,
that's fucking insane. There's nothing even remotely close to how insane that kill is.
Even in Bloodlines, I feel like there.
Yeah, that one of the fucking the X-ray death.
I was just thinking about that one.
Crazy. There's nothing remotely close in this movie to something like that.
That's okay. I'm still really happy with it.
No. So did everyone else did those same people who are saying that this film is insanely gory, were they saying the same shit about Final Destination Bloodlines
I don't know.
From this same year?
I don't watch reviewers really, so I don't know.
I know. I'm asking you guys who are telling me that everyone's saying this movie's so fucking crazy on the gore. It's just not.
I think
it's violent.
It is violent. I think that if you can handle something like a Final Destination movie, if you're okay with that level of gore, I think you'll be totally fine.
100%.
In this one.
100%.
And yeah.
I mean, if you've watched any slasher from the 80s, like a fucking the Mutilator has way more graphic kills than this movie. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I'm a little down on the gore, obviously, but there's a lot of people who aren't even don't even like gore, and I'm not even that down. I'm just bummed a little bit in that department. I wish they could have just thrown in 2 or 3 hatchet level kills, and this would be one of my favorite films of the entire year because of that, right? It would just perfectly amplify this film to legendary status for me, because it has everything else going for it, right? It has a really great story, a great spin on a remake, really cool performances, a relationship that I really bought into, and I actually really liked their romance and felt their chemistry was very strong. All that stuff works great for me. I actually liked the relationship she had with her dad and the relationship he had with her dad, and it was actually really bummed when he died, and I really felt all of this. Kaylee missed his death.
I know.
She went to the bathroom. But I was bummed when he died. So this movie really worked for me.
Yeah.
I hate to keep beating a dead horse here, but I'm just pointing out. It's just a couple more kills, and I would have been so much more satisfied. That's it. But I'm still super high on this.
Yeah.
All right. It'll probably make Kaylee's top 10. I will be actually pretty surprised if it doesn't. It won't make mine, but if it had a few more graphic kills in it, it might it might have, maybe not. This has been an absolutely incredible year. Anybody who thinks like film is dead and horror and is dead, or I don't even know what to tell those people.
Me either. No idea what to tell them.
I've seen at least 80 films in the horror genre from this year that I loved.
Yeah.
80.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's so many. So anyway, that's that. And probably like almost 200
that you like
that I would recommend.
Yeah.
I don't know any other year that I could say I could recommend 200 films in one genre. But maybe I have low bar.
Maybe.
Like I have shit taste. I don't know. I don't know. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I wish I loved everything I watched. I wish I was a fucking 10 on every literal film I watched.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely not. Anyway, that's that.
That's that.
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yep.
Check it out. If for some reason you haven't, some people watch these just to see what it's about. But yeah, that's that.
That's that.
All right, guys.